Coop, and this is the Wood by Coop. It's Whirly Wednesday, and yes, I was wearing the same thing for my Media Monday video because I'm recording it all at the same time so I can keep my consistency up and deliver. So I'm ready to record. I'm just like, let me knock both of these out the way. So last week, I did not give you guys a Whirly Wednesday video. I did record the footage, but it was crappy. I'm not gonna even go into it. But this week, I'm just going to be talking about culture appropriation. It's not going to be a long video because I'm not going to be talking about any one specific thing. I'm going to be talking about an umbrella of things because it's a big deal. Now, last week when I kept seeing this stuff, I was like, oh, this is really crappy, but I'm not going to even touch on it because there's no point to highlight the negative. But it keeps happening, and I keep seeing it, and it's like, what's the deal? Culture appropriation. For you to take something that somebody else created, that belonged to somebody else, to take it, change it around, call it a different name, and use it to your benefit, and then when the originators use it again, it's bad and terrible, and you are celebrated for this, and they are punished for it. It's crappy. An example is how all of these little black girls keep getting suspended and sent home from school for wearing regular box braids. When white women wear it, they're called boxer braids or crossover strand twist or whatever they're calling it. But it's so beautiful on them, and it's distracting when we wear it. Or Donald Trump not wanting to, it's unconstitutional for schools to be HBCU, historically black college or university. How is it unconstitutional for it to be history? But it's okay for white people to have Ivy League schools like Harvard and Yale or whatever. That's you taking something and using it to your benefit, and nobody else can use it because it's only good for you, and it's shitty when somebody else does it because it's offensive to you, but it's not offensive when you do it to somebody else. This is not just as far as hairstyles, not just as far as education. This is with the entertainment industry a lot. A lot of these entertainers, they'll dress up and play these certain characters for their videos or for whatever. And, okay, like Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus, she was like big on hip hop for like a long time. Well, first she was Hannah Montana, and then after she got over Hannah Montana, she started being Miley Cyrus. And, she was J's on my feet and all of this, smoking weed, hanging out with the rappers and hip-hop artists and stuff like that. And now she is doing a full 180, saying she can't believe she ever listened to it. It's not good for you. It's negative. It brings out a negative side of her, and she's done with it. And she's going back to her roots. You used it, profited off of it, and now you're trashing it because it's so terrible. It's so bad. That's a load of bullshit. I feel like it's not just a black thing or a white thing. Like, anybody that takes anything and tries to use it for their own is unfair, and it's mean, and it's offensive, and it's racist, and it's sexist, and it's whatever word you want to describe it as. But like I cannot express this enough. Everybody as individuals should be entitled to their own creative minds and spirits and doing whatever they want to do. And it's not wrong for you to take something that you like and, use it. It's wrong when you make the person that you took it from feel bad about having it. It's wrong when you are not appreciative of where you got that from. It's wrong to take it and not give acknowledgement from where you got it from. It's unfair. And think about what the message you're sending, because little kids are all over social media, on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everything, and Snapchat. So when they see this kind of stuff, when they see the little post about black girls getting suspended from school for wearing the braids, or when they see white dudes saying the N-word. All of that stuff is giving them an idea of what is okay and what is not okay. And this is the future. So if society is ever going to change or be better or be different, then it has to start with us. It has to start with the older generation who knows better, and just stop. Because ultimately it's just creating a bad environment and a terrible surrounding, and it's going back to segregation days. I saw a post, and it was, I forget the man's name, but he arranged this rally of white people with these torches to scare black people for the sole purpose just to scare them. That sounds like some KKK shit. That sounds like some 100-year-ago shit. That's not cool. This is about to be, and it's gonna be even worse. It's gonna be even worse when the tables turn, when it's reversed, and when we start going back in time like that. It's gonna be even worse. And think about how it's affecting your children, or your nieces and nephews, or whoever, the young people in the world, the young people in your life, because all of that kind of stuff is not doing anything. It's not being a benefit. And I just feel like everybody needs to do their part at noticing what is wrong and trying to do something about it, because everybody can sit up and complain all day and say, oh, I don't like this, and this is racist, and this is mean, and this is rude, and I hate all white people, and I hate all black people, and I hate the government, and blah, 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 blah. But if you are still carrying on in this same manner, then it's never going to get better. And you just teaching your kids that, and your kids' kids, and you know, it's a trickle-down effect. And I don't know that racism can ever truly die, but it can be dwindled. It can be dimmed. It does not have to be so fucking brutal and obvious and painful. The shit that people are doing in 2006 when PlayStation released that ad advertising for the white PlayStation, that is clear racism. Have you seen the ad? I'll put a picture in, or put a link in the description box. But if you've seen the ad, stuff like that, you know, like when you look at stuff like that, you know that it's racism. And for a group of people, multiple groups of people, because I'm pretty sure it had to pass through different departments to be approved. Multiple groups of people are seeing it, and either somebody not saying nothing or nobody actually notices it. That's sad, and you can tell that it's coming back, and it's real, and something needs to be done, and people need to look deeper inside themselves and deeper inside the situations and try to make it better, because all of that stuff is sending the wrong message, not children who are our future, who are the world, and who has to grow up in whatever you leave behind. And on that note, that's all I'm going to say. That's my Worldly Wednesday for y'all today, and I'll see y'all next week.